Tree's mission is to support ecumenical, interfaith, nonprofit community efforts. Because of their mission, they not only shine a light on the dark corners where the work needs to be done to help us value one another and build empathy, they also share the stories that inspire us, of those who are modeling the way and answering the call to counter hate. Those are demonstrating leadership and leadership for the common good.
I need to go back 16 years when I first came and started serving a congregation in the Lewiston-Clarkston Valley. Every so often this newspaper would show up and it would be mailed to us. I was like, what is this thing called? And I'd look at it and it was called The Fig Tree, and I really didn't know what it was. I sat down and I started to read it and I thought, well, this is Spokane. Like, why does it come here? But the more I read it, because it kept coming, and I kept sharing it with parishioners, the more I realized it was about connections. It was about helping us make connections with what was going on, with what the faith communities were doing in our communities.
Anyone who has read even one issue of The Fig Tree can tell you that it is such a different newspaper than what we normally read or see online. The range and the depth of stories are truly impressive. It's so easy right now to feel overwhelmed in the midst of the pandemic, culture wars, destructive politics, climate change, the general state of the world, that we can lose sight of how important it is to maintain a sense of hope. For me, and I know for many, many others, the Fig Tree has provided the means for retaining a sense of hope.
Beyond words, doing justice work. Very often, when our crew and myself are down on the river, and we carry that passion back up into the community and project it out through publications like The Fig Tree, something happens that's more than just the words spoken. There's relational work that's happening that really is more than the sum of its parts.
So I just thank God for the Fig Tree, all that it's doing in this community, all the people and churches that it has touched. We have faith. God put this soup kitchen there for us. We have faith. And the Fig Tree helps us to keep that faith going and put the word out there for people to know.
I'm very appreciative of the Fig Tree for basically two reasons. One, the Fig Tree provides a voice for our struggle in the community, as well as it provides a sense of belonging that we need in our daily work to fight against discrimination and marginalization.
The Fig Tree's helped us to see ourselves as a rich and a diverse community that is first a moral imperative and also an economic imperative.
And connecting one another to the ability so that we could make a difference in the world. We could work together and transform this world.
It's doing justice, and it really goes far beyond doing words. It's really about creating just and loving relationships with communities and with nature.
Over the years, Mary has written several stories about faculty, staff, and students from Whitworth. And we have had several interns over the many years work with the Fig Tree. Mary's stamp clearly shows that our community is filled with people who are motivated by simply the desire to love other human beings. In small ways, in large ways, the commitment to love is displayed in every issue of the Fig Tree. And for that, I am grateful.
Fig Tree is how it has helped our soup kitchen grow. And I just know this, it doesn't matter who you are, what church you go to, what walks of life you're in, it doesn't matter where you live. This is a faith-based newspaper for all. And so many people have been so blessed by it.
It's easy to start something and then give up. What's hard is to sustain it for so many years.
This is our work, to create welcoming communities that name justice and equity as threshold criteria to define what leadership is and is not, and what is needed to move society forward towards the beloved community. And that is what the Fig Tree and Mary Stamp have done for us this past year, this next year, and for many years to come. We are so thankful and so appreciative of having the Fig Tree as a part of our community.
I'm very grateful for the Fig Tree and what it's done. And I'm very grateful for the Legislative Conference and the Resource Directory. And I think this is an amazing resource for our community because it shows us a vision of a different way, a way that is beyond words and actually into action and actually into doing the justice we so desperately need in this world. So thank you very much. And I hope all of you will find it as valuable as I have. Thank you.